Let's now do question number 14. So in question 14, kinetic energy of rotating body is given to be depending on moment of inertia and angular speed, and we need to find the relation between them. So the 14th question, so let's say k is equal to small k L to the power A omega to the power B. Let's say this is I. So for I we are taking moment of inertia, omega is angular velocity or angular speed, and this k, small k, is any constant, dimensionless constant. So we need the dimensions to be same on both the sides. So the dimension of k is m L square t minus 2. Then we need to find the dimensions, or we should say rather the power of inertia, moment of inertia and angular speed. So let's just put the dimensions of them as well. So the dimension of moment of inertia is ml square and obviously to the power a, and for angular speed it is t to the power minus 1, and the power will be b because we are taking this b. So now ultimately once we simplify this, m to the power a, l to the power 2a, t to the power minus b, and here ml square t minus 2. So we can directly compare the powers. So from here we can see that 2a is equal to 2, a is equal to 1, and minus b is equal to minus 2. So from this you can see a will be equal to 1 and b will be equal to 2. So this will be the power. So k will be equal to small k I to the power 1 and omega square. In question 15, in the theory of relativity, mass and energy are interconvertible. So the energy E obtained is proportional to the certain power of mass m and speed of light c. So we need to find the relationship between them. 15th one. So first of all, energy can be assumed to be proportional to m to the power a and c to the power b, mass and speed of light in vacuum. So E can be equal to k m to the power a c to the power b, where k is any dimensionless constant. Now let's put the dimensions. ml square t minus 2 for energy, then k, so let's just ignore k. Then for mass we will have m to the power 1 and this power a, and for speed of light this is speed velocity, okay, so L t to the power minus 1 and its power will be b. So once we simplify this we will have this much dimension. So once you compare this, a will be equal to 1, b will be equal to 2, b will be equal to 2 from both these things. So ultimately we will have a equal to 1, b equal to 2. So energy will be equal to k m c square. In question 16, we have I as current, R as the resistance, and V is the potential difference. So according to Ohm's law they all are related, so we need to find the Ohm's law based on the dimensional formula. So this is the 16th question. So dimension of resistance is m L square t minus 3 I minus 2, where I is for current, okay. Potential as dimension m L square t cube I minus 1. and current has obviously dimension of I only. Current is only current I. So now if you find the relation between these three things, so you will find that this dimension can be found to be equal to this dimension. Oh, this is actually minus 3, t minus 3 and I. So if you see that this will become equal, both sides will be equal. So ultimately this is V, this is R, and this is I. So this is our relationship. This is our Ohm's law. In question 17, frequency of vibration of string depends on length L between the nodes. Tension F is there in the string and mass per unit length is m. So we need to find the expression for the frequency. So this is the 17th one. Ultimately, let's first write the dimensions. So the dimension or the formula can be like this. Because the frequency depends on these three quantities. So now let's put the dimensions. So frequency has dimension t minus 1. K is a dimensionless constant, so we can ignore this. Then L has the dimension capital L, and F has dimension m L t minus 2, and mass is obviously m. Actually this is mass per unit length, so for that L minus 1 will be there also, because this is mass per unit length. So ultimately what we will have m0 L0 t minus 1, and this side L to the power a, m to the power b, L to the power b, t minus 2b, m to the power c, L to the power minus c. So from this you can see that b plus c will be equal to 0, minus c, a and b equal to 0, and minus 2b equal to minus 1. So by using these three equations, a will be equal to minus 1, b will be equal to 1 by 2, and c will be equal to minus 1 by 2. So the frequency will be k. You can also write over L root f by m. This will be the formula. In question 18, we need to test whether these equations are dimensionally correct or not. So let's check whether they are dimensionally correct or not. So in the first equation you can find that the dimensions will be L equal to 2 is again a constant, so dimensionless. Dimension of S will be mt minus 2, cos theta is dimensionless. Density will be m L minus 3, and r is the, again it's like a length, so L, and g is acceleration, so Lt minus 2. So you will find that these two equations, LHS and RHS, will be same. So the first equation is dimensionally correct. Okay, then the second equation. So in the second equation, dimension of velocity is Lt minus 1, and the right side will be root. First is the pressure, which is ml minus 1 t minus 2, over density, which is ml minus 3. So once you solve this, you will get Lt minus 1. So again both the sides will come out to be same, so it is correct. In third part, the dimensions of volume is L cube, then for pi is constant, then dimension of pressure will be ml minus 1 t minus 2, dimension for r will be L, and dimension for time will be t, over dimension for 8 is no dimension because it is a constant. Eta is coefficient of viscosity having dimension ml minus 1 t minus 1. Dimension of length is obviously L. So once you simplify this, both side will come out to be L cube. So again third one is also correct. Now again the last part here, it is the frequency. So the dimension of frequency is t minus 1. It will be equal to 1 over 2 pi. So it is dimensionless. Root m is mass, so m. Then g is acceleration, so lt minus 2, and l is l, length. Then moment of inertia ml square. So it will come out to be t minus 1. So again RHS, LHS both are equal, so it is also correct. So all the 4 equations are dimensionally correct.